Probably discerning.
Yeah, the way.
It happens usually right before the ceremony.
Stephen Sulzer, sorry.
But because the wedding is happening on Shabbat, I have for myself called a gvul. It's a Hebrew word for barriers or some kind of fence that I put up for myself. It's not traditional to get married on Shabbat, but there are colleagues of mine who will do it under certain circumstances. And one of my lines that I won't cross is can't be before 6 o'clock on a Saturday, and especially since it's going to be close to sunset. That I mean, I won't do it if it's in the afternoon on Shabbat, but that's that. So the wedding is happening on Shabbat still, okay? Because it's only 6 o'clock. This is a legal document. You know, this in its time, I mean, this dates back more than 2,000 years, the wedding Ketubah. And really, traditionally, it was all about protecting the kala, the bride, and that all of the responsibility was on the heads of the katan, the groom. These days, we're more egalitarian about these things, and so when I read this, you'll see that that is true. Now, why am I going to read it? Is because who are the signers? Who are the witnesses? The adim? Right. You should never sign something that you haven't read. Right? So,
yeah.
Some of us learned that the hard way.
I got my lawyer here.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so this is a more egalitarian ketubah. Signing it today, which is what I insisted when I think it's one of the first things I asked you, which is, would you be willing to do this? Because being a legal contract, I won't deal with legalities on Shabbat. And so that's why we're signing it tonight. Now, this is specifically for the adim, for the witnesses, but you all can listen to. The ketubah, in some sense, is like legal fiction. Now, why do I say that? Is because if you go to an Orthodox wedding, you will find that the ketubah is signed under the chuppah after the ring ceremony, where the groom, it's only the groom giving something of value to the bride, right? So usually a ring. Sorry, where was I?
You're under the chuppah.
Legal fiction.
Oh yeah, sign that in an Orthodox wedding. Thank you. After COVID, I just don't even remember what happened last second. So that's what it happens at an Orthodox wedding. But in more liberal communities, literally all outside the Orthodox community, meaning conservative and reform, reconstructionist, my smicha, my ordination is from none of those. I am called the Jewish Renewal Rabbi. There's a seminary for Jewish Renewal. If you want to know what that is, I'm happy to share that with you, but not right now. But look it up, you can Google it. It says on here, so when I say it's legal fiction, what I mean by that is if you were getting married like later on Saturday night or on a Sunday, and you were signing, the adim, the witness, you were signing this right before the ceremony, you would not have heard the words that they exchanged with each other and the ring. This is attesting to something that hasn't happened yet, all right? And so we have to trust there's not going to be a runaway bride or groom at this wedding because because you're putting your trust in them by signing this document, that this is what you heard. So after the fact, and after it all happens, that's when I'll read the ketubah, and it'll be like, you know, like on Shabbat, on Friday nights, the custom of, usually it was my mother, you know, the woman, or sometimes the man these days, you hold your hands over, you light the candle, right? And then you cover your eyes, and then you say the blessings, and then you open your eyes, whoa, it's Shabbos. It's like, how did that happen? This guy's like a miracle.